Hello, and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Monday, November 11th, 2019. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm so glad you're here with me. Let's jump into our cards. So the first card we have today for our reading is this Nine of Wands. I kind of love this image of this guy. He looks a little bit like a hippie with sunglasses. So what's the message here? He's really, this guy, he is at war. And he's at war with the darkness. And he's trying to carry this light. But he's exhausted. That's what this guy's doing. So the message of the Nine of Wands is, one of the words that comes up is, and I'm going to talk about the shadow side first because we're in Scorpion right now. We're in Scorpion Mercury retrograde. And so it's easy for us to get misinformation, or we might not be having clarity from all the emotions that are being percolated. We also have a full moon coming in just 2 days, I believe, or the 12th or the 13th is the full moon. So we have, and it's in Taurus. So what that means is that that emotional side is going to get triggered and want to kind of, Taurians are, can be a little bit of a fighter in the sense of really defending their point of view. And so this guy is tired. He's really tired. He's exhausted from all this defense. I'm hearing Spirit say that very famous Byron Katie quote. She says the first act of war, she says defense is the first act of war. And the first time I heard that, I mean, I didn't hear it. And I really needed to sit with that for a long time to even understand what that meant. Because especially when we're in our pain body, or if we're feeling that an injustice has been done, or we're trying to figure out what Spirit has put on our plate, even with difficulties with family or with loved ones, or with our own personal challenges, our emotions that get triggered, it's our inclination to defend those emotions that are coming up, defend it, protect it. And some of us have become so defensive, we're not even aware that we're being defensive, although we try to stay open. And so by having that defensive, in the New Age community, it can be clarified as having stronger boundaries, right? Well, I'm putting this here. I'm defending this. I'm defending my point of view, or my husband, or my family, or whatever, and putting that barrier up. And I keep seeing this image of this divine feminine energy coming in, where it is receptive and receiving and fluid. So when this defensiveness is at war with the darkness, and the darkness can be the great mysterious feminine energy, where there are many emotions there, and it can get all percolated, and it can be exhausting to go through the emotions. So this guy is exhausted from his defensiveness of holding his point of view and trying to defend these different reasons why he's at wherever he is. So this could be a person in your family, or parts of you that are defending your point of view, or this is also about having darkness re-triggered, and perhaps it's an old wound that you're mulling over. So Spirit inviting you to sit in the brighter side. So that's all the shadow stuff of this card. The brighter side, the divine feminine part, is resting, is laying down that defensiveness, putting that war to peace, surrendering, truly surrendering, so that you can be restored. So if you pay attention to where your thoughts are today, or if you're thinking about a family member defending what happened to them or whatever, picking up that war for them, or picking up, you know, our parental ideals that don't sit with us, and you're defending how you support yourself or why you're doing X, Y, and Z, lay that down. When you lay down that defense, then you're able to surrender. And surrendering can be very scary for those who especially have come from a place of abuse where it wasn't safe to be vulnerable or receptive, or to say, or to turn it over to God or spirit, the universe, whatever words you use. So pay attention to defending yourself, and look at it, see if you're able to shift that a little bit. We can always go softer, and we can always expand our receptivity by being more receptive to the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is the great unknown. So once you're able to do that, or even if you're able to lay that down, and we didn't get the lay down the drum card today, but you'll see how the other card works in here. Then I went to the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck, and I got the beautiful view from above. So when you lay down this darkness, they're in such complete opposite. You'll immediately feel lighter and be able to get a view of whatever is happening, whatever's going on. If it's for you or someone else or your work, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to see it from a higher perspective with more light and clarity. Now, you're not going to be able to look down here and see if Bob has on his red sweater or his saddle shoes or is out golfing. You won't be able to see those details, but you'll be able to see, oh, there's a golf course over there, or I'm just saying it as Spirit's telling me to, you'll be able to see other people who are rising above their quagmire and looking at things from above. So you're not alone, and you're able to get a different perspective. Just take it from a different perspective. So just for today, if you're able to look at this darkness, not so close, not so in that, but to release it so that you can rise above and just look at it from a different perspective, you will feel restored. You will be able to turn down that defensive action that's coming up. And you'll see way more colors, and you'll have it. Are you able to do any creative outlets while you're up here too? Look at things from a different perspective, higher, and you'll be inspired. And then when I went to our Divine Action card deck, I got the beautiful, which is difficult to see in my lighting today, sit in a decision. Sit in a decision. You don't have to make that decision. Now, when I have to make big decisions, or picking dates of travel, or writing my schedule, or whatever, I always play around and sit in those decisions. I give myself a full 24 hours to sit in a decision, especially with a major life change. Oh, for example, still in Pennsylvania. I'm in central Pennsylvania now for another week or so before I head back to Santa Fe. And I kept thinking, oh, maybe I'll just pick a few things out of my storage unit and I'll keep it here because it's not that expensive, and blah, blah, blah. But I sat in this decision of fully emptying the storage unit and bringing everything with me so that I'm complete in my new home in Santa Fe. And really sitting in both decisions of not bringing my things back or bringing my things back. It was fascinating because I could really feel the difference. But give yourself some time. It doesn't mean you need to take action on that decision, especially a major life decision. Oh, it's better back here. So if you're thinking about relocating, moving, getting married, proposing, starting a business, divorce, whatever, just sit in that decision for 24 hours before taking action. Listen, this is the Divine Action card deck. Oh, play too. This is the Divine Action card deck. So the action is sitting in that decision. And Spirit will let you know if that's the right way to go. You'll hear the difference. You'll know the difference. All right, my dear, it sounds like it's going to be a great day. I hope you know how much I love you and how grateful I am that you stopped by my little channel. Let me know what's going on with you. I do have appointment time available this week for, what's our week? Monday the 11th until the 17th. My schedule is a little bit flexible and I have time for video meetings or video readings or anything that you might need help with, especially if you are in this shadowy place and having a difficult time laying down that drum so that you can move beyond this current situation. I'm here for you. All right, my dear, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.